It's kind of like an asset-light, linear e-commerce flash sale site.
It made sense at a high level, but clearly the execution and the kind of synergy between the two businesses aren't there.
It's all over the place, right? There's really no focus.
You need a population that is unique inventory that's not just commoditized products you find on Amazon. You need to be able to provide some additional value that an Amazon kind of commoditized pack and ship model doesn't serve well.
The QVC story is really interesting. It actually goes back a number of different levels, but let's start out with the big news, which is QVC buys online shopping site Zulily back in August of 2015. Zulily was a public company at the time. Zulily basically rose to fame during the era of like Gilt Group, and it really wasn't a true platform in the sense that they didn't have third-party sellers contributing inventory into the marketplace, but they were asset light in the sense that they would basically just do drop shipping. So I would post product on the site, you would buy it, and then I would order it from the supplier and you'd get it in 2 or 3 weeks. That was essentially the Zulily and all these kind of like flash sale sites. They weren't necessarily taking inventory onto their balance sheet, but it also wasn't a kind of open marketplace with third-party sellers in the sense that we talk about the platform model, right? Where you have third-party sellers that are putting inventory into the marketplace.
There wasn't really a supply-side network effect going on here.
Zulily is still making the call to say, I want to buy or I want to resell this product and this product and this product. And then they're managing all of that, right? So it's kind of like an asset-light, linear e-commerce flash sale site, okay? They bought it off of the public market for $2.4 billion. They paid a 49% premium back in August of 2015. Now, so Zulily is now owned by QVC, which is actually a John Malone special. QVC Home Shopping Network merged together. Boom, put Zulily into the mix. Kind of, I guess where John was going with this Liberty Interactive was his holding company. They've now kind of split apart the holding company into a few different John Malone specials. This one is now called Curate with a Q. Curate now is basically the parent of QVC, Home Shopping Network, and Zulily. Curate blamed their disappointing, results, their revenue decrease, because of Zulily, interestingly enough, not because of QVC and HSN. That's kind of interesting.
And I think that was basically they were saying Zulily's revenue was actually not growing anymore.
Right.
And that was what the problem was, which is a concern.
Here's my little chart on that. So it was going, they bought it, you can see in 2015, kind of flat a little bit. Then it goes up a little bit in 2017, and now it's kind of peaked in 2018 and now going down. This is their active customers, which is a close corollary to revenue. But, when you think about the integration efforts of QVC and Zulily, it makes sense to a certain degree that if you're on QVC, you're watching TV and you want to buy stuff, you should be able to buy digitally, right? You could have bought a technology product that didn't have its own scale for much less money,
right, and
just use that with your existing demand. But this was a play to go buy a business that already has a lot of demand for $2.4 billion. And I guess I struggle to see, I guess there are some synergies, but...
Well, if you think about it in a digital world, it's kind of a similar model. QVC, basically TV, it's like flash sales through TV medium. So I can see the thinking in terms of, hey, this is a flash sale model digitally.
Right.
It's very similar to the kinds of things our customers like, probably a little bit younger audience. So it'll help change the profile of customer and that kind of thing. So I think it made sense at a high level, but clearly the execution and the kind of synergy between the two businesses aren't there.
I think the challenge with this business is it's all over the place, right? There's really no focus. This is the Zulily site, right? Like it's kind of It's an e-commerce business. And, you can just scroll and scroll and scroll. It's an e-commerce business. There's no marketplace dynamic on here. I think you need that vertical specific focus if you're going to succeed in e-commerce today, right? This to me is just, it's trying to be an endless aisle of everything, which is kind of going head to head with Amazon. I don't know how you win at that game. I think there's certain product segments that work well on TV shopping sites.
It seems like they just kind of hit all the things that worked on QVC, so let's do them also online and hope that works. But it's a very different environment, a very different competitive environment online. And particularly when you're going in such a broad category, basically you end up going head to head with Amazon without the marketplace behind you. That's a very tough thing to pull off successfully.
Very tough. That's why I like a more specialized vertical specific, like a jewelry TV. Right. Jewelry TV they sell jewelry on TV. But if you were to do that in a marketplace model online, it's actually niche enough that you could try and go get a lot of the sellers that are selling stuff on, say, an Instagram, and creating content on Instagram. And how do I now bring that into a vertical specific jewelry marketplace?
Right. And it's a population. You need a population that is unique inventory that's not just commoditized products you find on Amazon. You need to be able to provide some additional value that an Amazon kind of commoditized pack and ship model doesn't serve well. And you need to be able to cater to a customer type that has some kind of specific cultural passion, like things like sneakers or shoes, or a kind of specific customer type that isn't catered too well by the Amazon model. And if you're not, then it's very hard, because at the end of the day, that's who you're competing with. And it's hard to do that without differentiation.
Right. And when you look at the competitive advantages of a QVC, HSN, or in this case, jewelry TV, right? You say, okay, I can bring demand to the separate business from people watching TV and then go to the website.
Right.
And now they can see products of what's on TV, but they could also see products from third-party sellers. And it works in the other direction as well. If you get a third-party seller, you can give them demand on the site, but you could also then start to push some of their stuff on TV.
Right. They've also have
that makes sense if
shipping
you have
and
the right
supply
focus.
chain and that kind of stuff, because a lot of their products are, you order them and they ship them to you. So they definitely have some supply chain advantages they could bring and scale that they could bring to a business like this. So there's definitely meat there, but it clearly hasn't worked.
Right. So yeah, I just think it's not focused, and they were buying such a big business that it just, the market was not in the right direction, despite whatever integration you want to do, which still seems a little wonky because it's all disparate brands. That's gonna be tough. Hi, this is Alex from Winner Take All. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the content. Feel free to leave a comment, ask us questions, and definitely make sure to join us on our next live stream.